I'm Billy.
I'm Eddie,
We are,
the trick-or-treaters.
and today we're turning it up to an 11.
So, Stranger Things Deluxe box set. I pre-ordered, got it on release day. It was waiting for me when I got home from work.
That's amazing, dude.
I've made it through the first 3 seasons. Now,
How long did that take you?
couple days.
So you made it to the first 3 seasons.
I have not, before I bought this, I had not seen anything really past season 1 except for a few clips and spots here and there, because whenever they would drop a new season during the summer, I would go help out at the bee farm I helped out at before I got my primary job at Denny's. And then living with my aunt at the time, she would binge watch it without me.
Dang.
But this deluxe set is beautiful. Artwork all around the box.
It's fantastic. Like the different important scenes throughout the series. They just a great job with the art on that.
Having made it through the first 3 seasons, the picture, I will say, is glorious. The 4K,
The 4K?
is wonderful.
Because it's already good on streaming, so I bet it looks even better.
The sound
on the
is a
4K.
little off at sometimes. To make sure if you don't have an actual surround sound, go into the settings, set it for stereo. That'll sort of balance it out a bit better. Because it's automatically set for 5.1, and if you don't have the 5.1 speaker setup, which is 5 speakers, 2 in the front, 3 in the back, or is it 3 in the front? That's what you get, a surround sound system. It's multiple speakers and a subwoofer.
Okay, yeah.
That's what the 0.1 is. It's the one subwoofer. But these are glorious. This box. Now you can also get the standard version of this, which is really a black box with just the 5 seasons.
There's a Blu-ray?
Blu-ray and 4K of each, both deluxe and standard.
Okay.
Standard is only a black box with the red foil, like the lettering sort of foiled. Stranger Things, and it is beautiful.
Every edition I've seen pictures of the boxes.
Just the plainness with just the text on it it's beautiful. They do not get the slip covers,
right? Which this set is amazing.
Which is nice because as you can already see, when you get to season 4, the Arrow logo doesn't line up with the rest of them due to the type of slip cover they use. Standard edition, they all line up. It's nice. Now, personally, yes, I know some of you may be like, well, if you hadn't seen anything past season 1, why'd you buy the deluxe? I'm a nerd. I like Dungeons & Dragons, and the 80s, and I wish I was alive during the 80s. From what I've heard, it was awesome. But the physical extras, because you do get one. I have watched other unboxing videos for the standard on YouTube. The standard does include a book. It's smaller than this one, and it's just plain black with the red lettering.
Okay.
But the deluxe, it looks like a PH or a player's handbook from Dungeons & Dragons.
It does. It's amazing. It's
like 100 and something pages. Artwork, production credits for the box, episodes counts. I mean, I'm just a quick flip through for the artwork is glorious. I'm not actually going to sit down and read until I finish the series.
Smart idea.
So I don't get flooded with spoilers. A map of Hawkins, Indiana, where the show takes place. There it is. I'm like, where's the other fold? Regular, and then the upside down.
That is fantastic.
And then you get 5 posters. 1 for each season. Now the standard has 1 poster.
So you're getting a lot more in the deluxe.
The standard is 1 double-sided poster. Season 1 on one side, flip it. Season 5.
Okay.
Each season has its own poster. You have the classic cover art, which is actually both standard and deluxe. The inserts, like the title inserts that are actually on the cases, the covers. The cover art is reversible. The standard edition does have different artwork than what is on the deluxe.
Okay. Good to know. So, and if you don't want to spend as much, you can get the standard and be fine.
Yep. You get the classic, which is what I've got all mine on. And then you get the alternate artwork, which is what at least for this one, the alternate cover and the slip cover, which is for season 1, is lenticular.
I really like the poster. That's a nice touch.
Which, if you don't know what lenticular means, it's one of those that sort of moves around. And some of the lights light up, so it spells a message if you are familiar with the show.
Yes.
Oh, no. That's just the J card that came on the box. I kept it.
Yeah, why not?
Everything that's in it.
That's fantastic.
This is beautiful. I was very careful about untaping the J card so I could keep it.
Him and I are very meticulous about our physical media collecting. We try to take care of our stuff because you're paying money for it. So why not keep it in good shape?
It was $100 and something. When I pre-ordered it, I had a really good paycheck.
Season 2, bitchin'.
Season 2, and then you get that one, which you didn't really see the full one, I don't think.
No, because you got Hopper. You just showed Hopper digging, but
yeah,
you got
but
the
you know where the hole is in the season 2. That goes right there.
This is the level of detail is just amazing on these. I mean, really, they really put a lot of thought into their posters on this.
They did, and they are glorious. I mean, obviously the artwork was already done at some point, and it's not just cheap paper. I mean, feel that.
Yeah, that's good quality right there.
Yeah. Classic.
The Star Court, that's a lot of people's favorite season, just going to the mall and like
Flip
everything
side.
they did.
11 at the mall was entertaining.
I dump your ass.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed season 3 a lot. I mean, I like all the seasons, but 3 just it came out. And I will share a Stranger Things story with me and Dusty here in a little bit once we talk more about it. Okay, so season 4, you've got a poster there.
Oh, that's the alternate one.
Oh, yeah. Wait till you see it.
I was about to say, that's sort of spoilery from what I understand, because I've not gotten that far, and then you got that. But even just the artwork like that, it's glorious.
There was even a Halloween decoration like that that got people in trouble.
Even not fully understanding what it means, what the imagery behind it is.
That was an intense episode.
And then, of course, you got season 5.
Which, amazing as well.
Now, like I said, there's the alternate, which is wonderful. Vecna. Now, I may not have seen the latest seasons yet, but I know my D&D. And when I heard they were bringing Vecna in, and I also already doing the Demogorgon for season 1, which I had seen at that point, I know my D&D. I know my Dungeons and Dragons. I'm picking up a transmission. Who's blowing my damn phone up?
Anyway.
It's the group chat that includes me, my 2 brothers down in Missouri, and my roommate. Now, what is in this box was the real selling point.
Oh, yeah.
I've already gone through it with Billy so he could see what was in it. Where's the 20?
You got your D20.
A Hellfire Club D20.
Season 4, just wait. You'll love Hellfire.
I've seen scenes, but not the whole thing.
I've got a couple of shirts of Hellfire at home, and they're nice.
So I know who Eddie is.
One of my favorite characters, yeah. He's awesome.
And a Palace Arcade coin.
Hell yeah, dude.
I don't know if many older people watch our channel. Parents that were around in the 80s. But I imagine you guys probably remember arcade tokens.
Pretty damn cool.
And I don't know if you actually held it.
I did not.
It's got weight to it.
Yeah, it does. The arcade has some pretty incredible moments in season 2. There's pretty significant things that happen there. We get introduced to Mad Max in a way.
And the young actress that plays Max is going places.
Yeah, Fear Street, she was just incredible as Ziggy. That's one of my favorite. Oh, that's my favorite horror trilogy is Fear Street. I didn't care for the 4th one as much, but But anyways, yeah, a lot of physical goodies, guys, that really make this stand out with the deluxe edition.
Hellfire Club patch you can iron on. And you can get these probably online too. At least some of them I've seen, like the patch is available, but not everything. You got some stickers from the different things. I haven't actually looked at these stickers too much. You can't spell America without Erica.
Hell yeah.
Suck my fat one.
That's season 5, okay.
Hawkins Police. Karen Wheeler. You got the missing poster for Will from season 1. You got a Stranger Things in sort of a player character sheet for D&D. And having played D&D for years and seeing the older books because my dad had them, this is definitely more reminiscent of what would have been a character sheet in the 80s compared to what we have now. Now you've got multiple sheets and all that. And then you got these pictures. There's like 5 for every season.
Those are really nice because you can go down memory lane after you watch a season. You go, oh yeah, that was this scene. That was this scene. It's just
and
nice
they're
touch.
not just flimsy paper. They're more like cardstock.
The level of detail on this set is very impressive.
But like I said, I'm trying to avoid looking at some of these. I swear there was. There it is. It was right there at the back. The postcard from Camp Nowhere.
And I have read a story that was about Camp Nowhere. It was like almost like a comic thing.
Canon, or was it fan fiction?
No, canon.
Nice.
But it was a neat little. I only got to read a little bit of it at the library. I didn't read. I just was kind of previewing it.
But this set is wonderful. I bought it off of Amazon and then go directly through Arrow.
I don't blame you.
Ordering directly through Arrow or any of those can be expensive if you don't watch your prices.
This series made me a little kid again. I got to tell you the story. Dusty and I hanging out. His dad sends us food.
Mm-hmm.
We didn't know. He just said we're gonna bring some ham steaks over. He brings over a 3-pound ham steak. Dusty is asleep. This was season 3. He's asleep, right? We were roommates at the time. I was on nights, but I was off because it was like a holiday. I think it was like Memorial Day or Labor Day. But anyways, season was airing. I was going down the stairs every 15 minutes to see if he was awake. Mm. It was like a kid waiting for the parents to wake up Christmas. To say Santa's here, whatever. So I go down the stairs, not awake. So I finally distracted. He's like, dude, let's watch it. So he cooks this 3-pound ham steak, mac and cheese, garlic broccoli. We sat down and our plan was to watch the first 2 or 3 episodes. We ended up watching the entire season that day. And oh my God.
That's odd.
And it came out at a holiday.
You've told me that you don't like doing the season, doing a binge watch like that.
I normally don't for a show like Wednesday because I like to be able to guess what's going to happen. But for something like Stranger Things, that is the perfect thing. So we sat down and watched that. I want to say maybe not all of it, but most of it that first day. And it was just something incredible, waking up on a holiday, doing a cookout, watching a show. And you said, the 80s are fun. The 80s movies were great. The music's great. And there's no cell phones in this show. So you got
no, first season, she's got to go buy a phone.
Right. There's something about kids being on bikes and having to create their own entertainment. There's something awesome about this show. So Stranger Things, there's so many stories I could share, but I just love the show and the fact that Netflix said, you know what?
Well, from what I understand from comments on Facebook, it wasn't entirely Netflix.
Okay.
Warner Brothers had the distribution rights.
Good. I'm glad we got it on home media, though.
I have not looked into that to confirm or deny that. But when I heard we were getting a full series, because Netflix doesn't like putting that stuff out. Take Wednesday season 2.
Or they'll only do 1 season. It's frustrating as a fan.
Take Wednesday season 2, for example.
I bet we get a box set of the whole series.
That's what I'm hoping.
MGM and But you're right. Emily in Paris only came out in season 1 on home video. It's frustrating.
But what I'm waiting for, because they released this, but there is that animated one on Netflix. Tales from Asia.
I need to watch it still.
But this is wonderful. It's all artwork. The only thing on it besides the artwork is the title thing on the top. And that is the only sign of Netflix on it. Is anywhere, I won't say quite anywhere, but I think also on the cases it does say Netflix. Yeah, on the bottom of the slip covers.
We know it's Netflix. We know it's you. Okay.
But they don't put it on every side. It's one little thing right here where it says Stranger Things, and they let the artwork do the rest.
It would be very distracting to have Netflix, and it would take away from the look, I think, if you put it on every side.
Now, I know other sets like this, not quite Arrow, but like, say, Friday the 13th. And the reason I'm using that as an example, because it's another one of those boutiques from the boutique labels, where if you ordered the deluxe edition from the manufacturer, like the actual big one, you got a poster, and in the case of Friday the 13th, it was this, but instead of it wrapping around, it was a poster.
Okay.
Which would have been beautiful, I think, for this.
Oh yeah.
What I was showing Billy is the Friday the 13th one. This is from Scream Factory, not Arrow, so it is two different distributors. But if you got early enough, because I imagine they sold out quickly, you could get a poster, which is basically the artwork that wraps around the box. You can get a poster variant of that, and I would have something like that for this would have been gorgeous. Is all I was saying. I was just making the comparison.
Oh, I absolutely agree.
The thing is, with it wrapping all around all four sides, trying to figure out which would be one end, which would be the other end, may be a little weird the way it wraps around like it does. Okay.
But the fact that they offer you, hey, if you don't want to spend a lot, get the Blu-ray. If you want to get something nice, get 4K. If you want to get really nice, get the 4K limited.
And the only thing my only complaint with this so far is the way the box opens. The puzzle design is nice.
I like it, yeah.
I wish the openings were reversed.
Like, what do you mean? Like, you want it to be?
Like, where this piece lifts up. Like, so instead, imagine, so, like this, so you get the Stranger Things on top.
Oh, okay.
That way, because it's a little weird when you're looking at it head on like this. Like, you would open it, you see Stranger Things on top, so you're looking at the front. And then in order to get to the stuff, you got to turn it around.
Right.
Because if they had flipped it to where this piece, and then this piece was down here, so the kids' portion of it lifted.
The one thing I will say that I have read online about reviews is a lot of people are getting damaged corners. So if you can find it in store, you might be able to avoid that if they took better care.
Even mine through Amazon, just a little damage here on the one corner. But I've come to accept that when ordering online shipping, stuff gets damaged. I was a little disappointed the way they shipped it.
How was it shipped?
Well, instead of being in a box, it was just like a paper bag wrapped around it.
See, I would have put it in a box and had like styrofoam wrapped around it.
Yeah, actual packing. So I don't know what was up with the packing on it.
But that's a lot of the issue I've been reading. So better care, because when you're spending over $100 on a set, you want it to be in good shape.
Mm-hmm. Or an actual box. I mean, most of the time, take this one for example. If you tap that,
pretty solid.
Corner damage is normal in shipping, so it's not a big deal for me, as long as it's not like ripped and severe damage. A little denting is normal.
Yes. Even
in the manufacturing process, stuff doesn't come out perfect.
Oh, look at us. We came out with dents, I think.
More than just dents. A screw fell out and I lost.
Yeah, where are you from, Eddie?
My dad's nuts. Probably the left one, because I ain't right.
I would give this an 11 though. This box set
out of 10.
Yeah.
Yep.
I do think it's very nice.
Sorry, family, for those of you that watch this, we had to do it.
We have inside jokes.
I know at least 2 of my family members watch this channel, so
shout out to you. You're cool. You put up with him and me somehow, so I don't know how you guys do it, but
I don't know if I know my mom does. because she's great. I'll warn her ahead of time. Hey, don't call. We're shooting, because otherwise the woman will call me all day.
Yes. Do you know what I would have liked to have seen for this box set? I would have liked to have seen it been the Creel house, and you open the doors of the house to get to the set.
That would be cool, like the artwork. But I mean, taking into account the height of a 4K case, would you? Because most
I would have made it like the house, like it actually opens and functions.
I haven't gotten that far, but most of the time houses are like this.
Right.
So what would that be? A solid piece that sits on top of the cases for the most part? Would that be above where the cases are?
I think something like that would work. Yeah.
Because it would work, but you don't want it just there. And honestly, a piece like that, it makes it difficult to put on a shelf. I haven't actually put this.
You could square it up still, but I think to open it like a house, that would have been really neat.
I haven't actually put this on my shelf yet. I'm trying to decide whether to take the actual cases out and put them on the shelf separate.
Just the box.
Yeah, because what I love about these, and the stand is the same way, where the one side is just open. So putting it on the shelf, you can reach over and with minimal difficulty.
Now, was there another side to this where it covered it?
No.
Okay.
You can just pull out one with minimal difficulty.
I was wondering if you had a shelf just for box sets. Maybe.
Something like Stranger Things, or even my Supernatural box set. Walking Dead's the same way. Not so much Walking Dead. The one side opens up. But even the Supernatural one, where it slides over a lot like this, but it's a full square as the top piece instead of just partial.
Mm-hmm.
It is a pain when you only want like the current season of what you're watching, or if you like, I want to watch a particular episode.
It's more work to get it out.
Yeah. So the thought had crossed my mind with some of these box sets. While it's not a diss on the design flaws, if you could even call them flaws, but just for trying to display them.
It's more of a challenge.
They are gorgeous when you actually want to watch them. So I have the Lord of the Rings 4K Middle Earth set, the 31 disc set, and I have the individual cases sitting on my shelf. I have the physical stuff that came with it put up. I switched out cases, spare Blu-ray cases I had, so I could fit all my discs together. Luckily, as of discs, no matter what edition you get, 4K, Blu-ray, Standard, Deluxe, all the discs are the same.
I like that they don't overlap and touch each other like in some sets, where if you want to show them an example, you don't have where you have two discs overlapping where they're touching. It preserves the disc better. You don't have to worry about scratches
easily. They're all like this, where it's just the flip inserts. No matter 4K, Blu-ray, the bonus discs,
I love it,
are always Blu-ray. They did not put the bonus stuff on a 4K disc.
I don't blame them.
I don't either. I have not gotten around to watching the bonus stuff yet. I figured I'd get a couple seasons in before I go back, just in case of spoilers.
So you might finish the series and then go back and start watching.
Yeah, because there's interviews with cast and all that, and who knows what they're going to mention.
Based on what you show me, though, this tells me I need to get it.
Now, slip covers. You see the white and all that. Like
I love it. I love it.
That is not.
That's intentional.
Yeah,
it's just like the VHS.
Exactly.
The first two seasons.
And I have season 1. I find season 2, even though I already have this, I am buying it purely for the collector.
Same. Sometimes you double dip just because if you're a completionist, you want that like both things. I will buy it based on this review. Just you should show me it is worth. I wanted to see it in person.
Definitely worth it.
But it definitely is worth getting, and I will probably get the deluxe as well, just because.
You're gonna go 4K or Blu-ray?
Oh, 4K.
Because
I have the 4K capabilities, so to me it would be. It is not that big of a price difference.
I have talked to someone that got the deluxe Blu-ray, and they say that the image is still beautiful.
I tell you, when we get done with here, we're gonna put one in just to see what it looks like.
Gladly, but even the Blu-ray, from what I understand, both from someone personally telling me and YouTube, you never know if they say, I'm trying to think of the word. I cannot think of the phrasing.
What are you trying to explain? Sorry, I kind of...
When the company or something like pays... I cannot think of the word. I'm drawing a blank. It'll come to me later.
Distribution?
No, where they pay the YouTubers and all that to review, or they send them an advance copy.
Like the sponsors?
Sponsor, thank you.
Okay.
I hate it when that happens. I think it's a fault of
it happens to me too.
It's the ADHD brain. Hearing it from an actual person that I know, they're not going to fib to me. They're going to tell me the truth. And they say even the Blu-ray looks glorious. Of course, they do have a 4K setup TV player.
And Blu-ray, sometimes it'll scale it a little bit.
Exactly. So they said it still looks gorgeous.
Oh, I'm sure. Because even on streaming, it looks decent, but you won't have that grainy to it. You won't
honestly, with Stranger Things type show like this, I wouldn't have minded a graininess.
I would love to have a VHS. I don't know why. This is a trend, guys. I'm going to tell you this real quick. People are getting old TVs for their kitchen with VHS players, and they're watching VHS. They actually released a VHS version on Netflix where you can watch the first season now, VHS type.
Oh,
I'm gonna have to check that out at home sometime. But
definitely gonna have to check that out.
There's something about having a VHS player in a kit, like an old TV,
what it is. And it's the nostalgia.
Nostalgia's like big. Like we were talking in our previous it's big
video on Brand New Day about when we were ranking the Spider-Man films. And I told you how the new one, Brand New Day, and Far From Home could flip either way, but I think Far From Home was influenced a lot.
Green Goblin just being there.
From the nostalgia of seeing Doc Ock, Green Goblin, Tobey Maguire, Spider-Man, all that, the nostalgia of them coming back. This is the same way. And maybe for the generation above us that it was actually around in the 80s, that lived through all this, not quite lived through all this, but like was around when D&D was a big thing.
This brought Netflix up here because Stranger Things is the show that got Netflix going.
Agreed. Big. And now they've got Wednesday, and it aggravates me they have not released season 2
I wanted it to come in the Nevermore Academy, like where you open it. It's like the Nevermore.
Yeah.
Okay, but I will say one thing about nostalgia. Last year, biggest trend for Halloween was 90s. So nostalgia is huge. Look at the gaming. Huge. How many anniversary? We just got Halo. That tells you there's some staying power.
People are complaining about it, but I mean, just sitting and playing it brought me back.
Yeah.
To early 2000s, booting up the original Xbox and playing Halo 2. I say Halo 2 because I didn't really play 1 too much. We played 2 a lot, though. System linking between 2 consoles in 2 different rooms.
Oh, it's amazing.
We had like a trailer. So if you remember how the trailer, you got the living room, and then it's not straight into a hallway. We sort of had a family room, what we called the family room, but we had a second TV and an Xbox set up there at some point. I don't know how they got their hands on 2 Xboxes, to be honest. But I mean, the Xbox was a few years old at this point, so they could have probably easily picked up a second one. But me and my brothers would be on one screen. My mom's boyfriend would be on the other. And most of the time, he'd run solo. But every once in a while, he'd run with one of my sister's friends or one of our neighbors. And one of my greatest memories of those times, even though my mom and her boyfriend, the ex-boyfriend now, they're not together anymore, is my mom's boyfriend and our neighbor, Evan, versus me and my twin brothers. The 2 beat us 3. Happens all the time. We knew we were going to be beat, but it was fun. We lose. All I hear is "yow" as Evan jumps to celebrate the win and sticks his fingers right into a ceiling fan.
Damn! I bet you were laughing your ass off.
Oh! I thought it was funny because you gotta think. I'm only 5 foot now. I was shorter even back then. So having someone that's trying to jump into the ceiling like that, I thought it was hilarious.
It spun their world around. I want to say this, now that you've seen the first 3 seasons, my favorite scene in season 2, I will say I really love it. Hold on, I'm blanking for a second. I don't know why it's happening. In season 2, whenever they're all standing there and Mike thinks Elle's dead and then Elle shows up. That is one of my favorite scenes. And then the snowball dance with Nancy and Dustin.
Uh-huh.
Amazing. And then Mike and Elle. But there's so many great scenes
There
that
are.
stand out in Stranger
And I'm
Things.
glad
It's a great show.
I'm glad this Arrow got the rights on it.
Yes.
I would have taken Scream Factory. Because I have a feeling if one of the normal distributors, Warner Brothers, even Netflix by themselves did a release. I mean, look at Wednesday. Great, but it's bare bones. I mean, okay, look at the season 1, season 2. While the physical presentation of those Stranger Things are nice, the VHS look, it's literally just the episodes.
Right.
Here, bonus material. You get those interviews. You get the blooper reel.
One of my favorite things, and I hope it's on this box set, when season 4 came out, they did a one-shot D&D campaign with some of the cast where they're battling against Vecna. So I'm hoping that's on there because they released it on Netflix itself at one point, and I watched it when it first came out. It was so good. It had Erica.
No, but there is a Dungeons and Dragons featurette, as in more than one.
They did a campaign. It was like almost an hour long, one shot. And they had Erica. They had the guy. They had Steve. Joe Keery plays Steve. They have Eddie Munson. They had Dustin. They had like 4 or 5 of them.
See, that's what got. I'll admit, that's what got me into Stranger Things was the D&D part of it.
You got it on the wrong, bro.
I noticed. Having grown up in a household.
Wait, you grew up?
Okay.
I haven't. I don't think you did either.
Transitioning from early childhood, teenage to adult, at least age-wise.
I had to throw that in there, guys.
I grew up pretty much around the game table, whether it be D&D, BattleTech.
Sure.
That may be a callback to some of you if you don't know what BattleTech is. It's awesome. Your figurine is of a robot. And it's like, there's a weapon and you have to destroy the other robots, which are normally the other players.
Damn.
But going up around that table like that, I don't know if I was actually on my dad's knee or not, but around the table with those, what are now honorary uncles.
Yeah.
They are family to me. And as I got older, I got sort of, the artwork on the books pulled me in. The artwork on the second edition D&D books was gorgeous. And they did the same thing with the artwork for both the box and both sides of the posters. And those posters, as I was showing, are the reverse on what is these, on what you get if these. So if you get the set, your covers may look different at first because they put those as the primary.
Right.
I flipped them because I prefer the poster art. I love that poster art.
It's great. They really did a good job whenever they came out with the posters this season.
That and some of those newer ones, from what I understand, are spoilery if you really dig into them. So
my favorite poster for Stranger Things is the one in my living room for season 4 where it shows all the different groups like walking. Yep. It has all 4 sides.
That's the standard one.
That's the one. I have that one. I love that poster.
Season 4 has the basic poster.
Yes.
The reverse is that.
That's amazing. I fucking love it.
It's artwork like that on all 5 of them. Not obviously it's that alternate poster.
Yeah, they did a good job with this set.
So it sounds like the standard got both posters. So I guess every season had 2 posters.
There were so many. If you were going to different stores and looking for Stranger Things merch.
The art style does look similar.
I have a lot of their merch. Target got a lot of deals. That's why we got the 2 VHS sets. Target has a lot of like exclusive partnerships.
But I am glad the art, and I mean, having grown up on D&D, mainly got pulled in around the table. I started digging in, maybe wanting to play due to the artwork in the books. I thought it was cute. I thought it was neat looking.
It is.
Having played D&D for a number of years, sitting down to that first episode, because I did get to see season 1 on Netflix. I didn't get pulled away to go do something else. I had to sit and watch. When they opened that episode up with the kids around the D&D table. And having owned this now, I would love to get my dad over here to visit and sit down and watch this with him.
He'd like it, I think.
As someone who was a young adult in the 80s. All about 74, he was 10. Yeah, young adult in the 80s, late teenager, young adult, he remembers what is known as the Satanic Panic.
Yes, and that plays into this too.
I believe I saw something in one of the season 3 episodes about the Satanism of D&D and all that.
People were scared of it.
Well, yeah, and my dad, and I think I've told this story on this channel before, I can't remember, told my grandma, his mom, what would you rather I do? Go into the basement for a few hours with my friend and play a harmless game, or be out doing drugs?
Exactly.
He got his D&D books for Christmas.
Hell yeah. Okay, let's talk about the 80s for a minute. How many amazing movies do we still talk about today? Lost Boys. We saw a Lost Boys shirt today in line, and I was geeking out.
I saw the he pointed the t-shirt at me, and I just looked over at the one thing about Santa Carla I never could stomach.
Is They Live 80s?
I believe so.
So how many great movies? Let's start naming some of the 80s films that are still talked about.
First of all, you want 80s? Just go over to the shelf. Most of them are 80s.
But you got Lost Boys.
Actually,
Goonies.
Curiosity, I sorted them by year ones in my digital list. The most movies from one year I have is 2007.
Really?
Yeah, surprised me too, but I imagine if I sorted it by decade, I'd probably have more in the 80s.
E.T., right? Was E.T.?
That is a recent addition, and yes, E.T.'s the 80s. I mean, the 80s was so nostalgic. What's even better is, especially with Stranger Things, or those movies that take place in the 80s, when they show the theater marquees.
Oh my god, yes. Okay, thanks for bringing that up.
And you see the movie titles from those 80s films. I mean, the original Nightmare on Elm Street was 84. I love movies from all times, but for some reason the 80s, it hits a spot. I don't know if it's because it's what I grew up with mostly, as what imprinted on me the most. But 70s and 80s films are what I love the most. Mainly film styles, the way those are done.
Yeah, exactly.
And there's certain directors, obviously. But they are glorious. And Friday the 13th.
Sleepaway Camp's 80s.
The first 8 were done in the 80s. One a year.
Could you imagine if they came out with a nostalgia theater and they did the art styles of even the modern films of the 80s, and they did that. They did like a cool looking theater.
It'd be awesome.
If we ever win the lottery, there will be signs. I'm calling Eddie up. Hey Eddie, where are we building our theater at? And it would be like a private personal theater.
I was about to say, I've talked to both family and friends. If I was able to get my own house with a basement, and I mean full basement,
like furnishable, yeah,
I'd turn it into a home theater.
I could imagine you'd have like a snack bar.
I don't know about the whole theater seat thing, but definitely a couch, recliners, couple beanbag chairs for kids.
I could see it being fun. Would you do a theme?
Movies,
or would you just do just movies in general? Yeah.
Or make it the posters easy to swap out.
I thought about how cool it would be to have a Beetlejuice theater, like the Afterlife, when you walk down the hallway.
See, that's the thing is, my love of film, it would be hard to focus on just one.
I would have posters and merch of my favorite
I would want to celebrate film as a whole.
Me too.
And not just film, but media. So
shows, movies.
And they even say on the J card for Stranger Things that it is a love letter to the 80s.
Yeah.
And the nostalgia does hit. I mean, I wasn't alive in the 80s, but I know people that have seen this show, and they're like, yep, that's pretty much.
And here's a fact for you with Stranger Things. Stranger Things is the show that required Netflix to put smoking warning on shows and movies. Because it says in the thing, like, smoking. Because of how much smoking is in Stranger Things.
Oh, is it a tag on the thing?
Yeah, like it's part of the reason why it's got that rating. It actually says smoking now on shows and movies on Netflix because of Stranger Things.
Well, yeah, because the times were different.
Everyone smoked. If you were in the non-smoking section, you were still getting smoke. So it was silly to have.
They didn't fully understand the
breathing it in.
Of breathing in secondhand
smoke. But a lot of people smoked in the 80s. That was just a big thing. You did.
And you could do it in a school. You could sit there, be waiting for your kid, from what I understand, and light one up.
Now, for $13 for a pack.
McDonald's had ashtrays.
Yeah, exactly.
That had a McDonald's logo on them. They had the ashtrays with
Did you see people buy mixed smokes? Sorry, I can't keep a straight face on that one. Could you keep a straight face and ask for a McWiener supersized?
Oh God, no.
But no. Okay, so 80s,
I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna make sure my cousin is working and see what he does. If I walk up to him, can I get a McWiener
supersized? I'm gonna glitzy that. Anyways, the 80s, we still talk about 80s films. Look at conventions. There's a lot of 80s stuff going still.
70s and 80s and even 90s now as we get further away from them. And I think that's the thing. The nostalgia, it hits those generations as you get that sweet spot away from them. Yeah, there are people like myself that enjoy the 50s or earlier, those monster movies mainly.
Oh, yeah.
But the 80s was, from what I understand, it's just everybody pretty much relates to the 80s in some way. Whether if they're old enough to actually remember it, or if they've talked to people, it's like, oh yeah, when they showed this, they pretty much got it accurate.
Well, think about it.
They can relate. I mean, there's kids nowadays, it's like, why can't I just go ride my bike and hang out with friends? Because of the change in times, parents need to know where their kids are. From what I understand in the 80s, or even when my dad was a kid, how do you find where the kids are? Look for the yard with all the bikes.
It was like that in the 90s too when I was a kid. You saw the bikes, you knew where everybody was.
It's 10 o'clock. Do you know where your children are?
They're home by 10 o'clock.
Well, no, that was the whole parents making sure they remember their kids. Because the kids would be gone all day.
Because usually when the street lights came on, they wanted you home.
Exactly.
When I was a kid growing up,
they had to have commercials to remind parents they had kids.
You got to remember, I grew up in a town of 600 people, so you could get to anywhere in town on a bike within 5-10 minutes.
Now, I grew up even in my small town, Hillsborough / Litchfield. When I was younger, I did grow up here a little bit. We walked everywhere for the most part.
We walked to ride a bike, yeah.
All that. I tried to learn how to ride a bike, and I've tried recently. Balance issues, I just fall down repeatedly.
And I didn't see this.
No, I'm good. One of my coworkers and my cousin Steph have footage of me on a skateboard. Me trying to get the skateboard to go, and I'm nearly shoving my foot off the skateboard because my foot is sliding on the board itself. There's no friction between my shoe and the skateboard. Steph stepped in before I fell on my butt in the parking lot, thank God. That's also the cousin that pushed me down the hill in a trash can. So
she's great.
Steph is one of those that, okay, we can do it in the grass. You are not hitting your head off the concrete. But having family like that, and I mean, my mom and dad both around in the 80s. Mom was a teenager in the 80s. But
could she see back then?
Mom can see, she's just legally blind. So she actually has vision, it's just her vision is so poor that they don't let her drive a car. The state of Missouri gave her a concealed carry though, so. What the hell? But having my mom being a teenager in that time, we've talked about this. She has the VHS ones, season 1 and 2.
Okay.
The individuals. So we have talked about it a little bit, and she's like, yep, that was pretty much the 80s. But she also passed that on to me and my siblings a bit, growing up, some of it. My mom was the type of parent. Well, yes, she parented, but she also trusted us to stay home alone if it was necessary.
Well, you've seen Home Alone, you know what to do. In case
I was grinding from using the microwave after burning myself with oatmeal one morning. I tripped over an empty soda box while carrying a fresh bowl of oatmeal. I still got a little scar.
Dang.
But another thing, I was one of those kids that it's nothing broken. You're not gushing blood. You're fine. Get up, brush it off, walk it off. Of course, there was the time my brother busted his kneecap. Mom told him to walk it off. She didn't think it was wrong. My brother, we all do high pain tolerance. So when he's finally like, no, it's hurting, she realized, oh. Even when she finally got into urgent care, he walked in. So even they didn't think it was busted at first, so they got an x-ray of it.
Dang.
But it was his own fault. He was told not to bunny hop.
That's the last thing you need.
He was not to. He was told not to do any stupid tricks on the bike till mom could make sure the handlebars were tightened enough. And he did it, and the handlebars dropped and came down on his knee. But it's going up like that. Nowadays, the kid gets the tiniest bump or bruise, and the parents freak out.
Yeah, I remember the swing sets. Womp.
I know.
Womp. It was fun like that. The thing is about the 80s
or the metal slides.
And even to the 90s, kids nowadays are on their tablets, iPads, all that. They don't know how to sit still. You have so many options, even as adults now. You can, on a day off, you can go, what do I want to do? I can do this and do that. We have access to so much between streaming and all that, that kids don't know how to make their own entertainment. Some do, but a lot don't because they grew up, they were growing up with technology. Whereas we as a kid, we had video games.
Exactly.
But your primary source of entertainment was going with friends, riding bikes, playing sports in the yard, whatever.
I didn't leave the house a lot.
Well, all my friends lived like next door, so I literally just walked down the hill.
I didn't have that option.
I had a neighbor here. We would go into their tree house and just hang out.
My mom's ideally didn't have many friends down there that weren't the friends I did have were my brother's friends that came over. And dad's, we lived on a busy street, so it was a pain trying to get out and get across the street to walk down to my friends.
So just location.
Yeah.
My favorite memories as a kid, 4th of July, snapping pops. 3 bags, lay them across the road. Someone runs over, pop, pop, happy 4th of July, sucker. That's why we would just laugh and laugh.
That's 90s and 2000s.
Yeah, you made your own entertainment. People would put fart spray in the porta potties on the 4th of July. So when someone would walk in there, it'd be like, oh my God, who died in here?
But yeah, having talked to people that were alive in the 80s and that enjoyed
your back
the show,
hurts. If you were born in the 80s, your back hurts.
I was born in 95, and there are times my back hurts. So
I always tell people now, you have to be patient with me. I was born in the 1900s.
But from what I understand, this truly is a love letter to the 80s. They're not just saying that. Yes, there's the D&D monster aspect of it. But you follow this group of kids, and even without Elle's abilities.
Do you have a favorite kid?
That is a question. I will answer that because I know you had talking about Stranger Things, but you don't ask a parent that question. They will lie to your face and go, I love all my kids equally. I tried to ask my mom that question.
Okay, on the count of 3, we're going to name our favorite kid from the show. 1, 2, 3. Dustin Henderson.
Mike,
okay. Early, I liked Mike, but Dustin, as always, I love his... The
Demogorgon is tired of your squabbling.
I love Dustin's son of a bitch.
Yeah.
Just his humor. I think season 5 is the only season. This is not a big spoiler.
And I was only
It's the only season that doesn't kick off with Dustin saying son of a bitch. I think his first line in every season for the first 3 or 4 seasons was son of a bitch.
I'm going to have to rewatch the first episode of each season now.
Because I know in the first season, he's like, son of a bitch, we're screwed. But Dustin, I love his bluntness and his differentness. He actually has that condition that he talks about.
There was no way.
And he had a hard time finding work because of that.
I didn't know it was going to take 10 hours. You guys have been playing for 10 hours? I asked Dad about that once. He's like, yep, that sounds about right.
But guys, any final thoughts of the show so far? You've seen the first 3 seasons. What are your thoughts?
Wonderful. I'm going to be starting season 4 later tonight.
Amazing season. My favorite.
It is great.
The music's also so good. The characters, Nancy Wheeler, Steve and Dustin are my top. I think I go Steve, Dustin, back and forth, Nancy, Hopper, and then if you're putting me on the spot to name a 5, Murray, which you've met Murray, but Murray's great.
You said kids. Probably favorite characters, Hopper and Joyce.
I love them.
I don't know if it's maybe just the dynamic between Winona Ryder and David Harbour.
Yeah, they're great.
That and
poor Bob.
It's Winona Ryder.
Yeah.
As someone who grew up with 80s and 90s movies,
Winona's an icon, and she wasn't able to get work for a while, and this brought her back in.
Yes.
Stranger Things, like, we'll take her. Same thing with Robert Downey Jr. and Marvel with Iron Man. They said, hey, let's get him.
Now, from what I understand, I haven't actually gotten that far in my watch, but Robert Eggman's in season 4.
Yes.
how Freddy Krueger does it get?
It gets interesting. I will say
But
that it's just a cameo.
no.
It's very
Oh,
it's not a lot. But he has
it
a
is.
memorable
It
line.
is creepy though.
Oh yeah,
I know he's done other stuff, but
it's awesome the way they do it. Dude.
Eglin will always be Freddy Krueger.
How many did he do?
Krueger?
Yeah, how many movies did Robert?
8.
8 of them.
Out of 9.
Wow.
The only one he did not play Freddy in is the remake. He is one of the few with the same actor across every film.
He's one I would like to meet.
I would love to meet Robert Englund.
And John Carpenter, of course.
Yeah, another actor that it's been like the same actor playing the monster from go back to the Universal Monsters, the Wolfman.
Wolfman's got nards.
Lon Chaney Jr. is the only actor that ever played the Wolfman. Yeah, there were other werewolf movies, but when it comes to the character of Lawrence Talbot, the Wolfman, it was always Lon Chaney
We
Jr.
need to watch some of those because my favorite wolf movie now, Liar.
Curse.
I just bought that on DVD because Blu-ray was like $30, so I got it on DVD for like a couple of bucks. I bought the
Blu-ray because it was Scream Factory, and I've never seen. I need to sit down and watch the theatrical edition and see how much it's different from the unrated cut that I grew up with.
It is getting later. We're gonna pop in some, maybe just the first episode. Not watch the whole thing. I just want to see what the graphics look like.
That is fine.
But guys,
this is a wonderful box set. It is a little expensive, even on Amazon.
Not bad for considering
170 something. I think
for 5 seasons of 4K. That's not bad.
170 something. That's the 4K Deluxe on Amazon,
and they have sales a few places. I've seen as low as like 150.
Same price. I think you can get it at Walmart. But having Prime, my mom's license shares her Amazon Prime with me because you can share family and all that, and you get the benefits. So it's not me using her account, it's her sharing it through Amazon themselves. But it is a wonderful set.
Yeah, it is.
Like I said, different, like the little dents in the box, you can expect that from shipping. Even this one, although
a lot, it looks a lot, I mean, it looks like less.
No fading, no rubbing of it in the box or anything.
That's the main thing. The art's intact.
Yeah, I mean, maybe it's a little, I don't know if it was designed to bow out on the side like this. If you push here, it's a little bowed out.
Maybe a little, but nothing too bad.
But that's normal, especially taking the lid off and putting it back on. You're going to get a little. But it is a beautiful set. And even if you get the standard, I don't think you'll be disappointed if you go that route, if you don't want all those extra goodies. But a lot of those, I'll admit, the thing that drug me to the Deluxe, to spending the extra money, was the D20.
The D20 is really nice because it's in the colors of the
black 20 with the red numbers.
Yeah, it's in the colors of the show.
If I have an apartment, I'm not allowed to put holes in the walls.
No.
So I would love to frame those posters.
Ooh.
Put command strips on the backs of the frames and just stick them to the walls. Because if I could start decorating this in movies, films, it would be wonderful rather than just have blank walls, which is what I have at the moment. Not being able to put holes in the walls makes it a little difficult.
I use sticky tack for my posters.
Thinking sticky tack. Well, I didn't want to damage the posters. That's why I thought frame them and then command strips on the back of the frame.
I like that idea.
But if you are wanting to get this or the standard, if you don't need all the extra goodies, but if you are one of those people that keeps the J card,
I would.
The piece on the back.
Sometimes I do.
The Deluxe edition, you actually have to take it off to get the box open. Standard, you don't have to because it's like this with one. I mean, it's one of the shorter sides.
Where was? Can you show me where the J card was on the box?
Yeah, it just taped right.
It was taped right there. Okay.
Yeah.
And it came in just like wrapped. It didn't come in like another box around it to protect it. It came with just like a brown paper.
Yeah, like a big old paper bag over it.
Very weird.
It was sealed, like it was sealed.
Okay.
But it was still like paper baggish, thicker paper baggish. But I mean, if you ever got an Amazon bag thing,
yeah,
it's a slightly bigger one.
I would have put another box.
I would have too.
Would have protected.
But if you keep the J card, careful removing the tape. If you don't go directly for the end of the tape, if you go closer to where it's attached to the J card, It does. I've heard it does rip in places, but I was able to very carefully get under.
Yeah,
the
you have to
edge
take
of the
your time
tape
with it.
because I mean, when I bought the Halloween set off of Amazon from someone who was selling theirs for more money than I probably should have spent on it, they included the J card. Everything was like pristine except for some wear and tear on the edges of the box where it had been pulled off the shelf. But I like keeping that stuff because I mean, most movies the information is there on the box, minus steelbooks, and I keep those J cards too. I like keeping that stuff.
Could you imagine if they would have done a steelbook 4K set? That would have been real expensive, though.
Would have been nice. I mean, they did the Friday the 13th one.
Like in that box, but with 4K steelbooks.
I like it, but I'll raise you one. Put the kids on the back. Leave the front open.
Ooh.
Have your 5 seasons.
I like that.
You say steelbook. Normally steelbooks are what? Maybe 4 discs?
It varies.
Yeah, that would be an issue with steelbooks. I think, I mean, even the episodes, especially seasons 4 and 5.
I'm seeing people selling, I think what they're doing is they're buying the box set and they're selling the individual seasons to people. I've seen advertised.
There's a little red box on the bottom. Care to read what it says?
Yes, not to be sold separately.
Yep.
So that's funny.
If you flip it to where it's the normal poster art, on the bottom on the back,
which is wonderful. I saw it online,
which is wonderful because if you get the deluxe edition, you get it. If you keep the wrap the way it is, it looks like that. It's just the episode, Billy. If you keep it the other way, it is just the episodes on the back.
Gotcha.
You put it this way, you get actually like the description.
That's great.
But at the bottom of all the seasons on the poster side, it says not for individual sale, which honestly I think is a bad move. Because there are people that may not want to get the full season when they already have 1 and 2.
I still want to get.
Agreed.
But I understand what you're saying. But to me, if you're getting something like this, you want to get the whole set together.
Deluxe. Okay, I understand deluxe, but I can understand selling the individual seasons, just the seasons, maybe individually. It's like, okay, you've already got 1 and 2 on Blu-ray. Maybe you can just sell them individually Blu-ray.
Or, you buy 2 sets, you keep one, and then you sell the one individually to get some money back. Probably what some people are doing.
Probably, and it's probably illegal since it says right there on the thing.
Unless they released them separately in some form, but I don't think so. But I've seen them online advertised as selling individually, and this is.
Are you sure those are these, and not the bootleg ones?
It could be. It's hard to say.
But wonderful set. We will hopefully get around to doing at least a review for an episode here or there.
I would like for us to watch it together at some point. And
when I bought this, I posted to my Facebook, my personal Facebook, and put another time for a binge watch, possibly multiple.
I'm looking here to see what the options are for buying. I'm seeing.
Where are you seeing? Where from?
Walmart's got it for $175.
Yeah, it's like $175.
You can get.
You order directly from
eBay $144. Just be careful with that, guys.
Yeah.
Best Buy is $172, a little cheaper.
Is that for this particular version?
Yes. I'm just comparing different places. $160 at one place.
Okay, but great set. I ordered it, like I said, from Amazon. The only damage I noticed was the little dent in the one corner, and I don't know why. I don't know if maybe it's the way the box is manufactured. But every time I buy a box set, whether it be like this or off the shelf at Walmart, there was always a slight dent in one corner.
Oh yeah, that's
I don't know
typical.
if it's the way the box is manufactured and assembled. But if that is the case and it's just a manufacturing thing, this thing arrived in perfect condition. If that little dent right there is from the manufacturing process.
It could have been from shipping. It could have been that they were making so many that it got, because that's slightly, but I would still rate the packaging like the condition, not like an 8 or 9 because it's not that bad. I've seen some where it was like completely smashed on one side in some of the videos where the contents inside were okay, but the box was pretty much ruined.
Oh no. Part of me likes having this box. That's why even if I decide to put the individual seasons on the shelf separate, I'll probably do it without the dust covers, like the slip cases, because having season 4 not line up with the rest of them is annoying.
That's what bothered me a little bit about it.
Now, I saw this guy on YouTube who has an Etsy shop. He's owning spine stickers, so it'll match with the rest of them. I mean, coloring may be a little off the shade of black, but it's so you stick one on each side of the season 4 slip case, and that way the arrow lines up. You get 2 for $5, the guy was saying.
It's not bad.
That's what he said in the video. Don't quote me on the price.
All right, well, any final thoughts?
Honestly, no. These boutique labels, though, are beautiful. Arrow, Shout Factory, I've heard of others. Honestly, Arrow threw me off at first, the way they designed the cases, because of the colored thing at the bottom. You know, if you look at a normal Arrow, or at least used to, I don't know if my Elvira's got one or not. Yes, it does. Okay. My most recent one.
Oh, yeah, okay. I know what you're talking about now.
The colors on the bottom there, I know it's probably part of their logo or whatever it is, but I find it annoying, to be honest.
It is.
Especially when you get beautiful artwork like this. And
she's got huge tracts of land.
She's also got huge ratings. That's a bit from the movie. Have you ever seen this?
No.
Oh God.
We need to watch it.
She makes fun of herself.
We have a lot of films we need to watch, guys. Between my collection and his, I'm going through a process now of watching everything to make sure
she is well aware of her endowment and plays into it. It's hilarious.
It's awesome. That's the best thing I've heard.
There's a scene in that film where this guy's working on a Theta Marquis sign, drops one of the letters, it hits her in the head, and he's helping her and all that. He's like, "How's your head? Haven't had any complaints yet?"
Oh, that's where that comes from. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, she plays into it, and it's hilarious.
That's great.
If that's your sort of thing. I was introduced to Elvira from my dad. She'd host those movies and then tease them, poke fun at them, all that. And I would love to find some of them on disc so I could just watch and laugh.
Oh yeah, that sounds great.
But Arrow Video, I'm glad they didn't do that with that. I noticed the Stranger Things did not have those colored boxes on either the slipcase or the closest you get is this strip on the back.
Right, which that's okay. That doesn't bother me. It's on the front though, which is the distracting
This is a
part.
nice. I don't mind it here on the back. It's when it was on the front.
Yeah, that's distracting.
Boxes
I don't
are a
like
bit distracting
it. I don't
from
like it at all.
But we're going to let them go and pop a disc in and.
Yeah, we're gonna pop it in there.
Oh God. Yeah,
the first time we've said that to somebody.
I'm definitely showing you Elvira.
All right, talk to y'all later.
Bye.